Parents, welcome to Teaching Analogies. Analogies fall under the category of reading comprehension. They teach kids to recognize similarities and to relate new information to concepts already known. Today we're going to look at three different types of analogies: part to whole, association, and function. The first step in teaching any type of analogy is to have kids determine the relating factor. So for our first example, part to whole, ask kids, what is the relationship between corn and tortillas? For our second example, association, ask kids, what is the relationship between a football and a touchdown? And for our third function, ask kids, what is the relationship between a road and a car? Now introduce kids to the first example, part to whole. Ask kids, what is the relationship between corn and tortillas? If they are having a difficult time, help guide them to come to an answer close to corn is an ingredient of tortillas, or corn is used to make tortillas. Then say yes, corn is a part and tortillas are the whole. Then ask kids what other foods have similar relationships. Now show kids the tomato and salsa, and then the wheat and bread, and have them answer the questions, how these items are related. A tomato is a main ingredient of salsa, and wheat is a main ingredient of bread. Now take out this template and with kids point to each food item and say, corn is to tortillas as a tomato is to salsa as wheat is to bread. Now have kids make the part-whole analogy example. Okay, first start with a piece of construction paper or a plain white piece of paper, your choice. Have it going the long way, and then you're going to fold it in half and crease it really well. Then you're going to take this top part and nicely fold it back till it touches the bottom. Make sure it's as even as you can get it. Crease it. Then turn it over. Take the top part of this side and fold it to the bottom. This one's a little crooked. We'll try to straighten it out, and then crease it. Now we're going to open this side up, and then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to open this side up. Now we're going to take our pencil and whatever you want to use as a ruler. I just have an index card here. I'm going to judge about 1/3, and I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to draw a second line. Then I'm going to go over here and judge about 1/3, right about here, a line, and let's see, a second line this way. Then I'm going to put those away, take my scissors and cut right along the line up to the crease. Stop. Cut, 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 stop. And then go here, cut, stop, cut, stop. Then we're going to open it up, and we're going to push these the opposite way. Push them through, and keep the crease. There we go. Whoops, nope, this one's being sneaky. Now there we go, and then we turn it this way. And then these two are out. and then we open it up. And then we're going to start putting our pictures on it. So it looks like this, and it stands up like this. So now we're going to move our completed one in, and it's just like this one. We'll move that one out, move this one in, and then the pictures are cut out, and then the words are written on it. Corn, let's do that again. Corn is to tortillas as a tomato is to salsa, as wheat is to bread. And then these are where the points go out, like this, what we just made, and there's our final product right there. Now share the next template with kids. It is a second part to whole analogy. Together, say the analogy. A fish is to a school of fish as a dolphin is to a herd of dolphins, as a flamingo is to a flock of flamingos. This is the template for the practice page. Have kids fill in the blanks to make the analogy. This is a completed example. A fish is to a school of fish as a dolphin is to a herd of dolphins, as a flamingo is to a flock of flamingos. Have kids complete the part to whole analogy by cutting out the cheese, the cherries, and the carrots and pasting them in the correct boxes, and then having kids say the entire analogy. Okay, first have kids cut out the pictures, the cheese, the cherries, and the carrot. Next, have them look at the pictures down here. Cherry pie, cheese pizza, and carrot cake. So, next have them go over to the first square, put some glue there, and then pick the correct part to the hole. And then have kids write cherries are to cherry pie as cheese is to cheese pizza, and carrots are to carrot cake. So let's do the whole thing. Cherries are to cherry pie as cheese is to cheese pizza, as carrots are to carrot cake. Now introduce kids to the next template with our second analogy category, association. Ask kids, what is the relationship between football and a touchdown? Answers may vary, but they should be close to football is known for making touchdowns. And that's where you show kids that this relationship, the relating factor is association. Football is associated with a touchdown. Then ask kids, what other sports have similar relationships? The answer for the soccer ball should be soccer is known for making goals, as is baseball is known for making home runs. With children, say the whole analogy. Football is to a touchdown as soccer is to a goal as baseball is to a home run. Explain to kids that our next association analogy has to do with food and places that people often see, eat, or buy these foods. Cotton candy, most people see or eat at a carnival. People usually make s'mores or roast marshmallows when camping. And a lot of people love to eat buttered popcorn while watching a movie or at a movie theater. Have kids fill in the blanks to make the analogy and then to say it to you. This is a completed example, and the analogy would be cotton candy is to carnivals as s'mores, or roasted marshmallows are to camping as popcorn is to watching movies. Now introduce kids to our third analogy category, function. We have water and a boat. So our question to kids would be, what is the relationship between water and a boat? Answers may vary a little bit, but we're hoping to get to the answer, water functions as a route for a boat to travel. And then we would show the connection, the function of water as a route for the boat to travel. Ask kids what other routes have similar relationships. Then show kids the example of a road and a car, and they should answer something similar to the road functions as a route for a car to travel, and then the sky and a plane. The sky functions as a route for a plane to travel. Now say the analogy with kids. Water is to a boat as a road is to a car, as the sky is to a plane. Discuss with kids the relating factor function and how it works in this example. We see ABCs. Letters are symbols that provide a code for us to read. We see numbers, and numbers are symbols we use to do addition. We see someone speaking, and speaking produces sounds that we can hear and can understand. Our analogy is letters are to reading as numbers are to addition, as speaking is to hearing. In this example, a hutch, a fishbowl, and a doghouse all function as shelter for an animal. A hutch is shelter for a bunny, a fishbowl is shelter for a fish, and a doghouse is shelter for a dog. So our analogy is a hutch is to a bunny as a fishbowl is to a fish, as a doghouse is to a dog. In this example, a doorknob, a handle, and a lid all function to open something. A doorknob opens a door, a handle opens a drawer, and a lid opens a jar. Our analogy is a doorknob is to a door as a handle is to a drawer, as a lid is to a jar. And in this example, the function is protection and warmth. Gloves protect and keep our hands warm. Socks protect and keep our feet warm. And a hat protects and keeps our head warm. Now have kids cross out the picture that does not belong in each group. Then have kids explain their answers. And this is a completed example. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. And as always, I will leave a link for the templates in the description section.